Welcome to another XP Projects Did You Know? Did you know there's a school at Lagoon? We're gonna go check it out. Join us today on the XP Project. All right, so this is just kind of a little short one. This is a great one. So this is the school building. This is if you're coming straight from Laguna Beach, you're gonna walk in here at your first building on the left. This is a great depiction of what the old school system would have been like way back in the days. They've got the different grade levels of desks. They got both sides here, and it goes from the big desk to the back to the little desks at the front. Probably the only light source would have been just that one lamp above. But the thing that I really like about this one is if you come back over here, they've got like the old way that they would keep the place warm during the winter time. This piping actually goes up there, and I would assume it probably goes through the building. But it's just so wild to think that this would have been the only way, this little stove would have been the only way to keep the place warm back in the day. They've got a couple like historical documents up on the walls too. Man, the peacocks are loud today. And just super old historical documents on the side. Another thing I love about this is if you look really back way in the corner there, they've got one of the old dunce caps. And it's those spiked caps from back in the day they'd have the kids that misbehaved wear on the top. They still got the chalk writings on the chalkboards as well. This is a really cool building. I always like to just sit here and look a little bit. It's just amazing to think how different things would have been for kids like in the school system. I mean, if they could see what it's like now in the school system versus then, I mean, every, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grades had to be in the same study hall with just one teacher. I mean, that would have been really challenging because you'd have the little kids that didn't know as much, and then the older kids that probably would get bored with a lot of the lessons. But the teachers did a good job and were able to manage that. That'd just be so hard, I think. I'm looking at this portrait that's in the school building. I think this might be an old portrait of Lagoon from like way back in the day. I'm not 100% sure, but if you've been back here and looked at this, it's just on the north side of that schoolyard building. Hit a comment up on YouTube and let me know what you think that might be. It actually looks like it might be a picture of Lagoon from way back in the day. I had actually never noticed that, and that's one thing I love about doing these videos is, I mean, I've been coming to these buildings my whole life, and I'm starting to see things that I've never seen before. So just takes a little paying attention to detail, All right, thanks for joining us on another episode of the XP Projects Did You Know? The Schoolhouse at Lagoon. We'll see you next time.